Hello guys, welcome to Hankins Custom Rifles. Today is September the 20th and a friend of mine, Kyle Pittman, came up today to help me do a little bit of work to some of these break action guns. I've been working on those this week. I'm going to call it the break action week. I've got everybody's break actions ready to go. They'll be shipped out probably tomorrow or Tuesday. And I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what we're doing with the break action guns here at Hankins Custom Rifles. I've had so many requests for a good break action plug that I decided to build one. Now this request started about a year ago when a guy named Phil, he goes by a nickname of Cow Hunter, he sent me this Encore to do a conversion on. And I said, yeah, I can put my plug in it. Well, when I got the Encore and took the plug out, it has an 11/16 threaded plug in the barrel, and that was bigger than the thread that I use. So I had to design a new plug from scratch to fit this Encore barrel. And this is the original Thompson Center Encore plug that was in here. It's a Bulgaria Barrel, and Bulgaria does the conversions and puts the Thompson Center plug in the barrel. But in order for me to make it work, I had to design a new plug. You'll hold that for a second, Kyle. Here's the plug, and I'm calling this the His break action 11/16 plug. And what I done was basically I just copied the plug that was in there, except on the hole of the plug, I made it to where it would accept my primer modules. These accept the primer module that has the same bolt face as a 4570. So you can use the extractor that comes with the gun to kick the primer module out, and you can catch it in your hand, put it in your pocket. Okay, on the Thompson Center Encore plug, this plug is to be used on guns that you want to convert from the original Thompson Encore plug, which is 11/16 over to use my large rifle Magnum primer system that comes with these little brass modules. Most of you guys know by now what these modules are. This module here is made on the same dimensions as a 4570. So you can put that in the end of the plug, close your break action, fire your gun, open the break action, and the ejector will pop this back out, and you can catch it in your hand, put it in your pocket. You reuse these things over and over and over again. They'll last you practically forever if you don't lose them. So that's a quick rundown on the Thompson Center Encore plug. I built this for the guys that want to convert, but they don't want to throw their barrel away and buy a new barrel. The only way to do it was to just start out and make a plug similar but different. I did change the overall length of this plug, is about 100 thousandths longer than the factory plug, so you can go up in there and clean that up, get you a good square shoulder so that when you tighten it down it seals, and it seals off the front of this breech plug. Another thing I want to mention to you is if you can see these holes that's drilled into the barrel, these are the scope mount holes. Some plugs out there are made, they're so long that by the time you thread them up in there, you're getting up into these holes right here. This plug, as you can see, when it's in place, it stops in front of that hole. So you're not removing any material in the barrel up around the weakest point of the barrel, which is these screw holes. When I say the weakest point, I don't mean that to scare you or nothing. It's still plenty strong enough to hold the pressures that this will ever shoot, or else Encore and Bulgaria and these guys wouldn't even make these barrels. But once you drill up into that hole, you are going to lose some of your strength of the barrel. But there's what that would look like set up in there, and it stops before it gets to these threaded holes. Okay guys, now for the next plug that I want to introduce. This is my break action plug. I'm going to call it the His break action 9/16 24. That means it's a 9/16 diameter, 24 threads per inch. It'll come complete with a lock ring, a tungsten bushing, diameter of your choice, either a 030 a 35 or an 0.40 thousandths bushing hole. You can take your pick. When you order it, I'll put it together, send it to you. When you do order the kit, it comes with 20 of these primer modules. This is made on the 4570 bolt face, so that when you put it in and close it, it all closes up, pops apart, works pretty good. Okay guys, when you're doing a conversion and you're using my new plug right here, this is the 9/16 24 plug. It's got a very small shoulder on it. I tried to keep this plug as compact as possible and still make it fully functional. It's not as long as some of the other plugs out there, so it makes it a lot easier to install. You don't have to drill it up into the barrel near as far. This is a really easy install, so any of you guys that want to convert over an Apex or an Encore 4570, I've done a couple of the H&Rs, handy rifles in a 4570. It's real easy to install, and I'm going to offer a special on the installation and purchase of these plugs, and I'll get to that at the end of the video and let you know how to go about placing an order on this plug if you're interested and you want one. But just for a quick show here, hold that there for a second, Kyle. If you've got your gun, this here's an Apex. It's a 4570 that I converted. That's one of the jobs I did this week. You would load it just like a normal muzzle loader. Put your powder in, ram your bullet down, you got everything down in there. When you crack it open, you would take your little primer module and you just set it in the plug, just like if you was putting in a cartridge. You close it up and now you're ready to fire. So this gun's empty. This is just going to be a primer go off. So you would just pull it up, aim, and fire it. And when you're done, all you have to do is cock this open and catch the primer module in your hand. It's as simple as that. It's a great easy conversion. This is the most inexpensive way that I can think of to get into smokeless powder muzzle loading other than the H&R gun. The Apex seems to me to be a very well built gun. I really like them, and I may get one myself one of these days for just a woods rifle. But the real purpose of doing this video today is to introduce that plug to you guys, and I need to test fire every one of these guns. I started putting the plugs in these things Monday or Tuesday, I think, and I've got them all finished up. Everybody that has sent me an Apex or an Encore barrel within the last year has got their guns, finally have got them done. I know some of you guys have been waiting a long time to get these, and I believe this guy here has been waiting the longest, Jay Buchanan. Now, he ordered one of these plugs before I even started making the plug. I just told him, yes, I can make it. It'll take a while. He's one of those guys that said he didn't care how long it takes, as long as I can get it done. So he's done. We're going to test fire all these. I'm not even going to put the forearms on them because I'm just testing them for ignitions to go off and no leakage, which I can guarantee you we won't get any leakage on any of these. So we're going to go ahead and load up one and do a couple shots, and I'm going to chronograph a few of these just to see what we're getting on speed wise. Let's see, the load we're going to use is going to be 55 grains of IMR 4198. The primers we're using in this gun, I know you guys have heard me preach all the time to use large rifle Magnum primers, but that's in my bolt action rifles that hold 78 grains of powder. On these guns today, we're going to use just regular large rifle primers. They're Remington 9.5s. We're shooting 55 grains, so there's no reason really to use a Magnum primer. The bullets I got are just some, what I'm going to call cull bullets. They're either size too small, or they might have a dent in them or something that I didn't want to shoot out of a gun for accuracy. We're not shooting anything for accuracy. I'm just going to freehand these shots down over the hill today. But these bullets are the Spear Gold Dots. They're a pistol bullet, 230 grains. I've sized them down. Some of them might be so small that they fall right down the barrel. You won't even need a ramrod. and then we've got our little primer modules. So I'm going to go ahead and load one up, put the magneto speed on the barrel, and we're going to fire one off and see what kind of speed we get. Now to move on to load this here apex, we're going to shoot this apex first. And if you take this bullet, you zoom in on this muzzle here, babe. If you take this bullet, and you can see it fits in there pretty easy. It just fell down over halfway. I didn't put any powder in the barrel yet, so let's get this bullet out. And I'm going to try another little gadget that I just got from a friend of mine. We're going to offer these for sale on the website before long, as soon as we can get around to producing a few of these. This is a knurler. You can just hold it in your hand, turn this handle, and it knurls the bullets. Now I haven't used it yet, so this is the first time. So let's see what happens. You just drop a bullet in there. It's set right here to where you just squeeze the handle. Turn the handle a couple times, and it'll put a nice little knurl on that bullet. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But now let's see if it'll fit that barrel just a little bit tighter so that the bullet doesn't fall down. So it looks like we did what we wanted to do. I don't want to push it in because then I won't be able to get it out. But this little knurling tool, spin that around. Most of you guys understand what a knurler does. All it does is displace a little bit of metal, and it actually makes the diameter of the bullet grow. So just a little bit, half a thousandth. You might be able to get a thousandth out of them if you knurled them deep. But anyway, we just tried out this nice little tool here. Looks like it's going to work pretty good. And like I said, they'll be available soon on the website. Let's go ahead and load this up. I'm going to put 55 grains, 41.98 in here. This will be the very first shot out of the barrel. I have swabbed the barrels clean, so there's been no foul shots or nothing like that. We don't have a witness mark on the ramrod because every one of these guns is going to be a little different. So we'll just make sure that we're all the way in, and I believe we are. We can double check by doing that right there that Kyle's doing. Looks like we're all the way down. We're 3.5 inches from the chamber end. We are to be good. That's good, ain't it?
Solid, yeah.
So we're going to take a break on the camera and hook the magneto speed up on this gun, see what kind of velocity we can get. Okay guys, we got the apex loaded up. We've got 55 grains of powder in it. We measured the barrel. It's 25 inches long. We've got a little vortex scope on here. And I'm going to keep this gun around for a couple days if I've got time, and I'm going to do an accuracy test for this rifle and sight in the scope. But today we're not shooting for any kind of accuracy. I want you to look at this primer holder really good, and I want you to see how clean the brass is. And you can see how clean it is on the inside. That's a brand new primer holder. It's never been fired. And I'm going to show it to you again after we shoot the gun. So you just crack it open, put the primer in, close it. I'm going to put my earplugs in here real quick. We've got the magneto speed hooked up, and we'll see what kind of feet per second we can get. Looks like 2,083. So 2,083 feet per second. I thought we'd get a little more velocity than that, but that's what it says. So what we're going to do here now is just open this up, catch our primer holder, and as you can see, you can look at it again, and there's no black or burnt around the outside edge of the primer module. And you can look on the inside here, and there's no leakage or soot inside the breech plug. It's perfectly a 100% seal. So we're going to write this velocity down, and we'll shoot another gun and see what kind of velocities we get. All the powder charges are 55 grains, and all the bullets are going to be these little 230 grain pistol bullets. Okay guys, we're back here loaded up. this is a factory Encore barrel that I put the plug in, and it belongs to Jay. He's been waiting the longest to get this done. So let's shoot his and see what kind of speed we get. No forearm, I'm just going to shoot it. Is it ready, Kyle?
Ready. 1993.
Okay, the guys, this here gun shot 1993 feet per second, and I'm going to open it up and catch the primer module, and there you can see that it is 100% perfectly clean. Now on this little lightweight factory Encore barrel, I probably wouldn't recommend any hotter than 55 grains. I know there's some guys out there that are shooting 65 grains out of some of these Apex barrels, but I would probably draw my limit on those at 60. So that's, you guys make your own choices on how much powder you want to shoot. But a 2,000 feet per second gun should be plenty fast enough for a woods rifle that ought to kill out to 300 yards for most of you guys. Next gun we're going to shoot here is going to be Cow Hunter's gun. This is Phil Carey's gun. It's the one with the 11/16 20 plug in it. Let's go ahead and load it up, and we'll do a chronograph on it also. Okay guys, we got Phil's gun loaded, and something I need to tell you there is when Phil sent me this gun, he was shooting 209 primers, and we've converted it over now to shoot the 4570 case head. The extractor that was in here with Phil's gun was made to extract the 209s, and it won't work with the 4570. So we're going to shoot this gun without the extractor in place. I've got the extractors ordered from Bugera. They're sending me 4 of them. I should have them this week sometime, probably tomorrow. I kind of expected them on Friday, but we didn't get them in time. So these modules won't eject out because there's no ejector even in the gun. So when Kyle's ready, he can go ahead and shoot it. This barrel is 28 inches long. We might get a little better velocity out of it.
Ready?
Yep. Wow, 2,376 feet per second. So that longer barrel picked us up over 300 feet per second on that. So we'll be able to pop that primer module out with a little screwdriver or something. But for now, we're just going to move on to the next couple of guns, because I would like to get all these shot tonight before it gets dark. Now go ahead. Okay, Kyle's loading up this next barrel here. This is a Bugera Barrel made for the Encore. We tried this bullet, and this bullet is sized really small. So I mean, it is way undersized. You can put it in here and just rattle it around. I'm going to just see how much we can get. Well, we're not going to get any because it's already smaller than the knurler set to knurl. So we're going to just skip that bullet. That bullet is going to be a garbage bullet. And let's do this one a little bit. That one fits in there well enough to where it won't fall out. This other bullet here, it's pretty small, so I probably won't use it for anything. Okay, we'll put the magneto speed on, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we got the next gun loaded up and ready. This is a 24-inch Bugera Barrel with the same bullets in it. Kyle's going to go ahead and shoot it off, so whenever you're ready, Kyle. Yeah. 2208.
2208.
That had a little kick to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
2208. That's a 24-inch barrel, I believe. Bugera. Okay, we've got another Apex loaded up. It's got a 25-inch barrel, and this was a used 4570. This gun's been shot many times, but I just put a plug in it and turned it into a muzzleloader. Watch that scope, Kyle. It sits back awful far. I don't
Okay.
want it to pop you in the eye. We got 2165. 2165. Now I will tell you guys, we've been knurling about every one of these bullets because they're falling down the barrels. They're really, really loose. Let's see that one. There's another shot module. Perfectly clean all the way around. No leakage or blow by around these things. Let's get our next one done here before it gets dark. Alright guys, you see these bullets here, they're just going to fall down this barrel with no resistance whatsoever. So we're just going to knurl that one up a little bit. I've got this thing set with the stop on it, so it doesn't knurl them very much, but it does bring them up a little bit larger so that they don't fall down these barrels. See, so that'll hold it just enough to hold it in place. It still goes down the barrel plenty easy, but it won't fall out on you. Let's put the magneto speed on. Alright guys, this gun here is a 24-inch Bugera Barrel for the Encore. This belongs to a friend of mine. Goes by the name of Speed Racking on the board. So let's see what it'll do. Put your little module in. Close it up. Pull the hammer back. And wham!
Shot not detected.
Okay, we got the magneto speed off, and you can see as you pop that open, it kicks this module out. Here's another one. I'll bring this one up for a good close-up view. You can see the inside turns black, but the outside edge completely sealed. No leakage whatsoever. Let's move on and shoot another one. What we got next, Kyle?
Let's see, we've got another Bugera Barrel.
Alright, we'll have to switch one of these out and put it on this slave action I got. Okay. Alright guys, we got the next gun loaded up. This barrel here belongs to Joe Alling. I got that in a week or so ago. We got it plugged for him, and we're going to shoot it. See what kind of speed we get if we don't get another misread. 55 grains, 4198, large rifle primer.
.2042.
2042?
Yep.
2042 feet per second. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay guys, we're up here. We're going to shoot. This will be the last one that we shoot tonight. It's getting dark, and I'm going to wrap up the video after I shoot this gun here. I've got 3 more barrels I believe I need to shoot, and I'll either do that tonight or in the morning. But this here's another Bulgaria Barrel. It's 28 inches long. These are really nice custom barrels. If you want to get one of these, you can call Bulgaria. They'll drop ship it to me, and I can put the plug in for you. So this will, like I said, this is our last one. Let's go ahead and put the primer module in place. And when you order this barrel from Bulgaria, just order it like it's a 4570, chambered for a 4570, and send it to me, and I'll take care of the rest. .2177. So we got 2177 feet per second out of that one, probably because the bullet was fitting really loose. So we're going to go ahead and wrap that up if you want to take that, Kyle. Okay guys, we're done shooting for tonight, or at least we're done on the video. I'm going to fire off the rest of these here after I get this video wrapped up, but I am losing daylight, and I wanted to make you guys a special offer. For anybody that signs up on Hank's message board, the address to that is hanksmessageboard.freeform.net. For anybody that signs up, or if you're already a member of Hank's message board and you own an Encore or an Apex or an H&R, or if you just want to buy a barrel and send it to me, I'm going to install the breech plug for you for free. So if you're not a member of Hank's message board, you're going to have to join it. Order the plug through the board. That's the only way you're going to get it. You'll have to contact me through Hank's message board. My user's name is Hank. I'm real easy to find. I'm all over the board, so you'll be able to find me. Order the plug through Hank's message board.freeforms.net, and the plug is $275 with the tungsten bushing, with the lock set screw, with 20 brass primer modules. And I'm also going to offer a 6-month guarantee on all my tungsten bushings. If you break it or wear it out within 6 months, you send it back to me and I'll replace it absolutely free. So that's an offer that's only going to be good for members on Hank's message board, and the offer is only good from now, which is September the 20th, until January 31st of 2016. So you guys can go ahead, hunt with your rifles all season. Go ahead, order the plug, get your name put on one, and I'll set it to the side for you. Order it now. Send me your rifle after deer seasons are over with this year, somewhere around the end of January, 1st of February. And I'll install the plug for you, free of charge. So it's a $275 flat fee. I'll ship it to you, as long as you're in the 48 states, free. And that's really about all I can say. We just shot 8, 9, I got 11 guns to shoot. We shot them all but 3, so we've shot 9 of them, 8 of them. Here's the plug again, just to give you a little quick look at this plug. It's a nice little plug. It's only 1 inch long with in the threads there. The total length of the plug is 1.5, I think, with the brass module in place. It's a 9/16 24. And like I said, it comes complete with a bushing, lock screw, and a 6-month guarantee. I don't think you can beat that with a stick. So you guys sign up on Hank's message board. Go there, sign up, become a member. Hank's message board.freeforms.net. And I'll hook you up with a great smokeless powder muzzleloader. Until the next time, you guys be safe. Get you a big one this year, and have fun out in the woods.